We are already live on the YouTube now.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, Udgit, we can hear you.
Hello. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, yes, you are audible. If you are ready, we can start the meeting
Are you
now.
audible?
You are audible.
Hello. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, yes. Udgit, we can
Just a
hear you
minute,
well.
sir.
We can hear you well. Probably you are not able to listen to us.
I am not able to hear you, sir. Just a minute. Give me 1 minute.
Hmm.
Am I audible now, sir?
Yes, you are audible. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Now I can hear you.
Okay.
Comfortable. Starting screen sharing, sir. Sorry for the delay. We had some problem over here.
No problem.
Uh,
No problem. We understand, Udgit. If you are ready, we can start the meeting. I will introduce you and then we can start the meeting.
yeah, sir. We are ready. We are ready. Are you
Okay,
able to see the
good to go.
slides, sir?
Yes, yes, we are able to see. Let me first introduce you briefly. So, good morning, friends. Sorry, extremely sorry for
Yes.
the delay. Uh, we are back again this Saturday Club of Baroda meeting. And today we have a very interesting talk. Dr. Udgit, who had been a speaker earlier in our club, he's going to talk about futuristic emergency care of tomorrow, few bright ideas today. So it's going to be very exciting talk. And to briefly introduce him, Dr. Udgit is an intensivist based in Vadodara. He did his MD, MBBS and MD from PS Medical College, Karamsad. Then he has done his IDCCM and at Jaslok Hospital, Mumbai. He's Director and Chief Intensivist of Secure ICU and Specialty Hospital, Vadodara. He is teacher for critical care and consultant intensives at Parul Sevasram Hospital, and he worked with other reputed institute earlier, and he owns intellectual rights of telemedicine in healthcare 23 by 2013, and his bachelor in Indian classical music also. We have a multifaceted personality who has a lot of presentation at national and international levels too. So over to you, Dr. Udgit, for your presentation. Now that it's already 8:15, you may talk for about 40 minutes so that we can have about 5-7 minutes of interaction. So over to you, Udgit.
Yes, sure. Sorry for the delay. First of all, we had good net connectivity, but when I opened the Zoom application, it required some update and it was crashing time and again. So I was kind of online since here from around 7:30 onwards, but it had some problems.
No problem.
We'll start with the presentation. First of all, disclaimer, I have no conflict of interest for any products, concept, idea shown. The purpose of this presentation is awareness of this type of knowledge, and no educational grants are taken, and most of the material is taken from the available books, magazines, social media, Google, YouTube, which is freely available. So first of all, I want to ask everyone a question that if you see that tomorrow there will be a war for survival on this planet, technology versus human race, who will be the winner? Human race or technology?
Since not everybody will interact in this meeting, you can go ahead.
Human race.
Yeah. Sir, we have a live polling here. So one thing is there. Just 1 minute, I'll take you to guide you all. If you are connected through your laptop or computer, you can open your mobile phone and scan the barcode which is there on the screen, on the top right corner of the screen.
Okay. I already opened poll everywhere. What is the username I should put? Udgit?
Udgit Thakur, the spelling is UDGEETH.
Udgit Thakur only. That's all.
UDGEETH, THAKER
Ah.
747. THAKER 747. The same mentioned in the meeting group also.
Okay.
Or no need to enter anything, just scan the barcode which is given on the top of the screen.
I voted. I voted for you.
Voted? Yes. Thank you very much, sir. This is just to make it little interactive, and it's a technology lecture. So this is the new thing which coming into the PowerPoint presentation. It is very easy to use. You just scan the barcode and you can vote. Even conferences and everywhere, it is very widely used now. So if anyone has any problem, just let me know, or otherwise we can go ahead. There are this type of simple questions only. You are able to vote safely, sir, comfortably, sir?
Yes.
Not
Yeah,
on
so most
mobile.
of the people here are saying that we'll continue with the presentation. Most of the people here are saying that it is humans who will win, but I really doubt, because artificial intelligence is very fastly growing, and they have no emotions. They have only have one thing, that is the brain. They don't have mind. So difference between brain and mind is which makes us human. So basically, I personally believe that if it happens someday, the artificial intelligence will surely win, because when they are able to understand themselves as an individual, the technology themselves as an individual, ultimately they will understand that the humans are their first threat. So they will try to overcome us. What will be the healthcare in future? What we think that the healthcare will be in future? We again have some poll questions. The polling is only in the initial part. What all things is possible in the technology of future? Is it possible to clone yourself? It is possible that there is no mortality. You decide when you want to leave the world with artificial type of life support. As long as you want, organs are already being transplanted. Diagnostic algorithms, AI driven, will replace the doctors, or there is robotic surgery or robotic nursing technology versus I, which will say Apunij Bhagwan hoga, or none of the above. What will be the healthcare reality in the future? Someone is saying cloning, you can recreate yourself, will be available. Someone is saying robotic nursing and surgery, that is already there. Like in cancer surgeries, we are already using the robots. And I hope those who are logged in will be having the voting on the screen. Yeah, people are voting live. That is interesting to know. Most of the people are saying that robotic nursing and surgery will be available. Good to know that no one is saying that all these things will not happen. So none of the above is not an answer. What will be the healthcare in future? Is it a portable CT scan? Is it a robotic assisted surgery? Is it a zero mortality artificial life support? For me, it is none of the above. Can you guess what is the future of healthcare? What will you choose? A healthcare or sick care? What we are dealing right now is dealing with the care of the sick person. That is sick care. That is not our target in the healthcare of future. What is our target for healthcare in future is to become healthy. Okay, we don't want any disease to come to our lives. So what is the difference? The sick care is damage control. We are reactively managing the sickness and the results of poor lifestyle choices. The wellness is what we want. The wellness is proactively creating true health and preventing diseases. So wellness is our target. What I really want to stress is the actual emergency care of future is not to have an emergency. We should not have an emergency. We should be able to identify that it beforehand and then manage accordingly. What do you prefer now? Healthcare or sick care? Many and many people, they are changing words from sick care to healthcare. Probably someone has voted wrongly. Everyone wants healthcare. No one wants sick care. I think we can go ahead only after we get 100% votes on the healthcare. No one wants sick care in the future. What we obviously all the doctors will be out of business, but that is the what the dream of the future generation is. Okay, now we'll come to the emergency care. I want to make it very clear because it is not ideal to discuss all the aspects of healthcare. So we are not talking about here robotic surgery or robotic nursing. It is just to give a glimpse of the future healthcare. Here we are to discuss the the only and only emergency care. Okay, only and only emergency care. We are not discussing anything else. We are not discussing OT. We are not discussing ICU. Only and only emergency department. Why emergency care different? Because the in emergency the time management is the management of patient's life. We are in a race with time, which we see normally is we are having first of all we take the history of the patient, then we ask some questions. Accordingly we make a provisional diagnosis, we prove it by appropriate investigations, and we then start the treatment. But here in emergency care, what is important is time. So all the things going on simultaneously. Whenever we are diagnosing the patient, we are taking history at that time also we are taking some investigations like ABG, and we have to start treatment whatever symptoms we are able to find out. So we have to able to recognize and rectify the problem at the earliest, and technology is the thing which makes us fast. The technology is the thing which makes us precise, and that is technology which helps us in a very precise kind of a treatment in an time of need. That emergency medicine is about a day where you are the only person between the victim and the grave. Okay, so it is the next best thing to creating a life, a saving a life. It is next to the next best thing in the world. The best in the world is to create a life, and this is the next best thing that we are saving a life. We are here to, if we are here to learn the save life, I want to tell everyone of this esteemed group that if we want to save a life, learn CPR. CPR is the thing. It is very simple. No medical curriculum is required for the same, and we have to promote learning of CPR as much as we can. Do we have polling on this? Do you already know how to do CPR, or you don't know and you want to learn CPR? If you don't know, then obviously you can contact us anytime, and we will arrange. I can arrange, or there are many institutions with whom you can learn CPR with many kind all. And those who are already knowing CPR, you can save lives. Most of the people I can know that by this interactive poll that they know and they know how to provide CPR. That is very good to know. Now, what is the future emergency care? So basically, the future emergency care is what we decide today. Okay, it is not like that. The future emergency care happens with without doing anything. So we as a doctor have to participate in that. We have to take our initiative, and we have to decide the future, because your future is created by what you do today. If you see that it is a futuristic thing, we will do it in the future. It is not going to come. The future is not going to come to you. You have to do it now. Like everyone was adapted to this poll EV probably in this esteemed meeting for the first time, and we are enjoying, like it is smoothly working as I can see. So we have to adapt this type of thing, and then it becomes a futuristic healthcare possible. Now we'll go to the individual topic. What it will be: a robotic nurse, a maid which can identify your vitals parameter, a robotic nurse and sensors and software transmitting live data to the doctors. First thing, as an intensivist, as an ICU specialist, I want to request to the technology expert that this is what we want on the first thing. The ECG leads. ECG leads are so troublesome. Why can't it be wireless and transmit the data? Philips on the right side, you can see the image has developed a single lead ECG monitor, but and it is a wireless also. The end of the lead, if you can see that it is wirelessly connected to the central monitoring system. But this is the most cumbersome thing. With that, the patient is feel that I am bound to the bed. I am bound to the bed, and they cannot move freely. And there are 5, 6 wires all around, and the clothing is a problem, and procedure is a problem. At the time of X-ray, you need to remove everything. So this is the thing. As an specialist of critical care, this is what we want. What is your goal in the future? What we want always is patient outcome. Even in thousands of back, Sushrut, who has developed a major branch of the Ayurveda, they also wanted the same thing, a better patient outcome. What we want, after all, is good patient outcome. The quality of life is what is important to us. Correct decision at precise time gives a good quality of life. That will be our goal for this profession, past, present, and future. There is no change in this, and this is what we want. The future, the goal remains the same. Okay, what is important is to save a life. Now, with this basic idea, let's peep into the future. The approach of this presentation is we are discussing emergency department only. No ICU, no OT things will be discussed. That is another topic which we can deal in the detail. Otherwise, I won't be able to make justice to the 40 minutes given to me and presentation topic. So only emergency related things. The rest of the things we can discuss in question answer session. Future technology, we are discussing future technology which is already going, it is going to happen. Like, it is not that it will never happen, or this is going to happen. They are already in the pipeline, or we already have a partial model of it working somewhere. So this is going to happen in the future. It has to be realistic and scientific. No fairy tales, no movies. We are not discussing with this idea. We are discussing the first thing, that is drone ambulance. What is a drone ambulance? Are you able to hear the video of the presentation?
I think we are seeing it, but it's very slow, patchy movement, not smooth flow.
Not smooth flow of the video.
No.
Okay. Um, Maybe, sir.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll try to play it once again.
Mm. And there is no sound from the video.
Uh, 1 minute, sir. There is no sound. I will explain. So basically, there is an emergency happening. The father of the lady has had a cardiac arrest. They have called for a drone ambulance. So the drone flies, okay, and we know that the to fly is the fastest route to go there. You can see that the drone has arrived at the precise location, tracing the victims or the bystanders' phone. They have to take the drone inside. The drone includes a camera and a portable AED, that is automated electric defibrillator. So the bystander, in this case, the patient's daughter, has applied the patches, and the shock is delivered. So
Mm.
it is 1 minute 58 seconds from the call given to the shock delivered. How fast, how more fast it can be. Okay. If the video was patchy, it's only 1 minute video, so I can play it again.
No, we have seen it. I think let us save time because.
Okay, sure. So this is how the drone ambulance works. Basically, what is drone ambulance? It is a battery-operated flying toolbox for emergency supplies. It carries an AED, automated electric defibrillator, and doctor can also talk and see to the situation, and he can exactly see when the patient wakes up, or if he's and they are able to guide. It is not an alternative to physical resuscitation team. You have to call in US 911 or here 108, and the team has to be on the way, but it will save precious time. It is made from a lightweight material and carry about 12 kg of weight. The ambulance drone can fly straight in the line, not affected by the road traffic condition, and hence bring down the response time from roughly around 11 minutes to 1 minute. Even 1 minute earlier treatment can save life, and here we are saving 7 to 8 minutes. The ambulance drone, this good gentleman who is a very young engineer has developed it. The name is Alex Monmont. it is from California. He is from California, and with this technology, which includes the webcam and a loudspeaker as well. Like we are able to talk right now. They also able to talk with the in the crisis situation with the bystanders, and it will decrease the response time from significantly and decrease the hypoxic brain damage incident from 80% into 8%. The limitation also, everything has limitations, so we have to do pros and cons both. The limitation is it can carry only 12 kg of toolkit, atropine, adrenaline, whatever the essential things are. Whether it's a critical determinant of the success. Audio and visual transmission depends on the internet availability, which is difficult to get in some part like basements, but now all malls have Wi-Fi, so if they give SS, it is okay. It is little costly, 20,000 unit per drone ambulance, but we are not worried because here we have Ma card, so we can do it. Modi hai to mumkin hai. Cannot offer for human health. It is only the video camera, a microphone, and some toolkit which is being delivered, and depends on the bystander as third person. What do you think? Drone ambulance will be useful in Indian setup? Someone is voted it will be stuck in wires. Also, I have kept this option specifically because I feel the same, because the drones cannot identify illegal wires, so it is a little difficult for us. Some are saying it is not possible, some are saying yes, it is possible. Okay, so this is very much possible in a new city. Like if you are planning a new city, like a gift city, where there are no overhead cables, definitely it is possible. Drones have a function of obstacle avoidance, so they will not go and bounce in some tree or some building. So they are going to, even Zomato and Amazon are planning delivery through this, and here we are saving lives. So definitely we should work on it. More and more people are going towards yes. If I can see, it is very interesting live voting. Okay. But we are short of time, so we'll move ahead. This is one more variation of the same, that is cardboard glider drone. Only two slides for the same. When there is disaster, either a flood or an earthquake, the roads are not a better way to reach there, and that's why this concept is developed. It is made up of cardboard, so there is no engine, there is no battery, there are no propellers. It has a toolkit and GPS inside. It is reusable. It's a glider drone. So what will happen that at a particular place, either a balloon or an aircraft can reach, and automatically the drone will be released. Like 15 and 100 of drones will be, this type of glider drone will be released, then it will just fall off. When it will fall off, it will not crash because it has some glider like design. It's made up of cardboard, and the person has to trace it, reach up to that, and take the emergency supply. So this is how it works in case of disaster. And the prototype name which was given to this is a Sanskrit word called Apsara, Asman ki Pari. This is what they have named this thing as, and it is a very useful in disaster, not in common scenario, but disaster. What is the fastest mode of transfer? Air ambulance versus ground ambulance. Always air ambulance. So this is an air ambulance which we can see, which can carry two paramedics, and they can bring the patient also in a stretcher. So one patient will get down, and instead of that, we can take the patient's weight. So this is an actual drone ambulance. So now we are coming to the second part. What is the importance of basic health records in an emergency? What is the importance of basic health records? I, as an intensivist, believe that when we are dealing with an emergency situation, the health record becomes a very, very important part of the same. The emergency is a panic situation. Okay. So everyone tends to forget in a panic situation. Patient, when coming to healthcare facilities, may not remember some data at that point of time. Maybe he has developed some amnesia as well. The accuracy and completeness of the infection affects the early diagnosis and treatment. Missing information leads to wrong diagnosis, and there are missing gaps which needs to be filled, and technology can do that. How? Any idea? How other specialties is doing it? Have you ever encountered a problem that when you have withdrawn money from the ATM account, ATM machine, they are not reflected on your bank account? It is always been reflected. Have you ever encountered a problem that you have booked the tickets through a normal travel agent or you have booked it online? Is there any difference? Is there any difference in the confirmation or seat allocation? No, it's always been perfect. Why? Because internet is doing it, technology is doing it, softwares are doing it. They are 100% software driven things. Now travel and banking is 100% software driven. So why not healthcare? Why not we become a technology driven thing, at least to maintain our data, at least to maintain the patient's data? पैन कार्ड को अपने बैंक अकाउंट से कैसे जोड़े? Everyone knows that everything, whatever financial transactions we do, it is to the PAN card. But why not the same for the healthcare? ये सारी services we are linking it to the Aadhaar card. All these services we are linking to the Aadhaar card. The LIC, mutual funds, post, banking, even our telephones, PAN card, everything is linked to Aadhaar card. Why not we can add healthcare into it? How simple it can be? It is very, very simple. The Aadhaar card takes thumb, and most of the times our patients are not awake. What we can do, we can have a simple mobile phone like this one, okay, and a fingerprint reader, which is not very costly. Unconscious patient's thumb, which put on that, we add our ID number, our registration number, that we are not bystanders asking for medical information. We are doctors, we are emergency doctors, or we are at least postgraduate doctors who wants their health data, and we authorize that, and we'll get all his information, his previous medications, what pharmacy he has used to take, what previous medical records are there, everything, or at a fingertip. No need to give any history. So hospital admission can be done through Aadhaar link by an OTP. It dispenses investigation report on Aadhaar link, so everything is saved on the Aadhaar. Laboratory we can do similar way. Aadhaar verification, IPD, OPD we can do. So if patient does some mischief also, it is Aadhaar link. So we already know the address, we already know the patient's father's name, mother's name, child's name, spouse names, everything, and all the health record data has to be linked with Aadhaar. So when we open it, it is available on cloud. Do you think the Aadhaar card linked healthcare can be revolution? Everybody says yes. I yet to hear any no answer. Somebody has doubts. Maybe they are thinking of fake Aadhaar cards, which are being done. But yes, I don't see that is there any disadvantage of doing this. It will be a really, really helpful thing. Centralized verified database of health records will help an emergency healthcare provider can read the fingerprint of the patient sensor via his mobile phone, gets all his required medicines, lists important health details, and your doctor will be knowing all required information before you tell him. It saves time, and saving time is saving life. How does it work? We'll see in a video shortly, but we'll skip as of now because the video quality I think is not very clear. Common things. The third, now we have completed three major points. The first thing was the drone ambulance. The third thing was that glider drone, which was cardboard medical toolkit, which was to be used in case of disasters. The third thing is the Aadhaar linked medical records, and the next thing is this Facebook notification. The things which are done, common things done differently, can save lives. If you have seen this page, sometimes when you install Facebook new, because after that we stop this feature many a times, but Facebook traces live location if you allow of all of you, okay, and if your friend is nearby, it will give you a notification that this person is nearby you, okay. So can you see this notification? The photograph is here, Andra and 5 more friends are nearby. The same thing can be used in a case of cardiac arrest. Okay. So there is a cardiac arrest at a one particular point. If the CPR provider wants, he can keep this function open, and a notification will go to that person who is trained to provide CPR. Okay. That some person in near 50-meter or 100-meter has developed a cardiac arrest. Then, if AED is nearby, the AED location is also given to the CPR provider. He can take the AED and can reach to the person directly. And it will be definitely much, much quicker till the 108 arrives. This is not an option to the 108 calling or the emergency medical team calling. We have to call them. They are already on their way. But this thing will reach faster. So we'll see the video of the same and then we'll proceed further. If video is not clear, just interrupt at me at that moment only so that I can replay it or I can explain it. I understand that the sound is not coming from the video, so I will explain it as the video is going on. Patient had cardiac arrest. Patient is not conscious. He has called an emergency service. A person, probably a paramedic, has got a notification. He has reached a nearby place where they have stored the AED. He has taken AED and he has reached the site with the AED. AED is the shock machine if someone is not used to, but I think everybody understands here. Okay, so this is how it works. GPS-based lifesaver notification in case of cardiac arrest is a good idea. Do you think Facebook should add this? Do you think Facebook should add this thing? Yes or no? Yes, people are voting. Yes, yes. One more for yes. One more yes. Okay, so everybody almost thinks that it should be a feature in the Facebook. This is only after your consent. It is not like that you are forcefully drawn into this thing. If you don't choose to give CPR when you are roaming around, you can just switch off that thing that you will not get any notification. Fifth part or fourth part is the biosensors in emergency care. A biosensor is an analytic device which is used to detection of a particular metabolite and a biological component with physiochemical detection. It is basically detects weight, blood, tissue, metabolism, heart rate, BP. We already know that the glucose sensor is available. You paste the sensor and it reads in your mobile phone what is your live blood sugar is. Okay, so there is nothing much to explain in this. We already know that live glucose monitoring is regularly happening on commercial basis right now. This is the same thing. It collects data, it analyzes it, and it transmits it. A T-shirt with textile biosensor will be available. This is the company who is launching it is HFT Smart Sensor, and it is we care with comfortable technologies. The tagline. It can identify the substance like sodium, potassium, lactate, glucose, adrenaline, urea, and hormones in your sweat, and also it can monitor your heart rate, and it can analyze whether you are dehydrated, having fatigue, having stress. If you are having behavior problem, your metabolites will change. So this is very useful for the marathon runners and for the athletes, those who are practicing. Your future shirt can measure your blood pressure, skin temperature, activity level, breathing, and the volume of the breath, how deep your breaths are, the heart rate and electrical activity, and your blood oxygen level. It can transmit the information, and you will have your emergency data available to your healthcare provider at no extra cost. Similarly, there is those who are having repeated seizures. There is a smart cap which is available. The person who is playing the video game at the same time is monitoring himself for the epilepsy, which is a possible consequences of an flashes of light thing. So we can see here that the EEG can be monitored this way. The ECG can be monitored, EEG can be monitored. We already know that Apple has a feature to monitor ECG. It just measures pulse rate, not an actual ECG, but still it will come into the future with the biosensors. We can transmit that data. You have checked your bank balance twice a day through your bank app, but have you checked your health parameters once? Get a chip like this in the future and you will be able to see all your data, where your pulse rate increase, decrease, what is your blood sugar level, what is your skin temperature from your mobile phone. So this is what the futuristic emergency care is. Health Tattoo can initiate emergency response examining your data. We can have a notification like this that this is an unstable patient and it monitors you 24 by 7. So again, we have a video. Okay. So this video is using Google Glass. The patient has received in an emergency. On his glasses, he can already see the patient's medical history, hypertension and dyslipidemia. This is how the paramedic sees. Can you see his glasses? He just started stuttering his words. They are sending the live vitals to the primary doctor who is sitting in the multidisciplinary hospital. They brought the patient to the emergency care. So this is done before the patient reaches to the hospital. They are recording a short video to the paramedics' glasses for medical record purpose to document that the patient is having a stroke, sending to EHR, Emergency Health Record System. So this is how it works. I think it made it very clear how the paramedic has transmitted the video to the primary doctor. They, by the time the patient reached, they already had his vitals, already had the history, already had the medical records, what medication he is on, what medical history he has. They diagnosed stroke, recorded a video of the stroke, what is the neurological deficit, and saved it probably in his Aadhaar linked account for rest of his life. So everybody will come to know. The Philips patches are there. So this is a hospital thing. They are just scanning the barcode, which is the health tattoo on the patient's wrist. They are linking the health tattoo of the patient to the biosensor. So this biosensor will give the patient's data to his Aadhaar link account, health account. At this date, this time, patient's vitals are as follows. Patient can do whatever they want to, but the biosensor is recording everything and giving it, transmitting it to the health data. So there are in vivo sensors also available in future. This is an external sensor which provides no harm, but in future we are likely to get this in vivo sensors which are injected. They are degradable, and if you for few hours when the patient is critical, they will give us a live data like what is the pH, what is the blood glucose level and blood lactate level, etc. Okay. So now we'll go to one more thing. Elderlies are frequently alone and they develop fall, and then there is no proper medical attention given to them because they fail to initiate the medical response system. So in this case, we are seeing a case where they are already wearing a sensor. When they fell down, the device will assess that and send an immediately signal to their healthcare provider or to the government systems that this person here is a he fell down and he requires medical attention. Incident fall. Can you see this sensor? It is transmitting that the patient has fallen down. Paramedicals are talking to the patient. Have you fall down? Please help. The patient responds. The help is on the way. The paramedics are on the way. Please do not worry. So this is a very short video for the same. Now the things will become little fast. So we have connected medical device. Your home is your hospital. We have a device called, we will have in future a device which is in development right now is mouth lab, which can you breathe through the device and it will give you your metabolic rate, saliva analysis, respiratory analysis, sugar level, oxygen level, blood pressure level and whatnot. It is like a Swiss knife. So you will have multiple things in one device and you can purchase it and use it. Pill camera, already capsule endoscopy is there, but this is capsule endoscopy only transmits to its receiver. This thing will transmit it to your phone. So this is how it is different. The data is very important. If you are using biosensors, you will get data, and data helps in research. Blood sugar monitoring, we are monitoring in your hospital also. You must be monitoring sugars of the patients multiple times, but it doesn't go digital, it doesn't go on the cloud, and the researchers are not able to identify. It just stays in the patient's file, which is not helping us. Okay, so what we need is to share that data at a global level so that we can conclude something out of it. This is the most important slide. This use of technology gives you perfect representable data. You have to implement the knowledge. The future belongs to those who prepare it for today, not for those who just discuss the thing. We have to implement the thing. We have to go ahead and implement it today. Okay, the implementation is required. What we need is Uberification of healthcare. Uber, is a very successful model. What they invented, what Uber invented, what new thing they did. Did they invent a taxi? No, they don't even own the taxi. Does they invent a driver? No, they don't even have the driver on their payroll. Okay, the customer's phone also customer's thing. They integrated multiple things, the GPS, the driver, and the customer, and we have a very successful thing which makes our life easy. And in our case, it can save lives. Saving life is very important. You are not expected in healthcare related technology thing that you reinvent the game. Layer wise structured utilization of technology leads to smarter healthcare. This is severely lacking in our thing. Okay, emergency response team of future will see a video from a very famous movie called Big Hero 6. They have developed a healthcare professional and an artificial intelligence based healthcare professional. We'll see the video. Meet Baymax. I am Baymax, your personal healthcare provider. So when the patient, this young boy said, it has activated himself. How do you rate your pain? Now it is scanning the patient and it will identify a abrasion on the hand. He suggests an antibacterial spray, giving information that it is bacitracin. He is confirming that he is not allergic to bacitracin. He is applying bacitracin with the finger spray. Okay. So in the future, we are going to have robotic hands which just look like real. Okay. This is from one of my favorite movie, that is Star Wars. And what not. Okay, integrating concepts, centralized healthcare database access, self-driven ambulance, teleconferencing and video calling at the site of incidences, biosensors, all these things are possible. If we have time, we'll see this video. What I want to say now is technology in emergency is a challenge. Okay, in emergency care, the technology is using technology in an emergency care situation is a challenge because it has to be affordable, it has to be reliable, it has to be user friendly, and at the same time, it has to be efficient. Great with great power comes great responsibility. So when you are putting your lives into the hands of something artificial intelligence or a technologically advanced robot or robotic nurse or even a advanced CT scan machine, it has to be affordable, reliable, efficient, and user friendly. Here we deal with life. That is the most precious thing in the world. Use of chat gpt is very very useful. The presentation is not complete without the use of mentioning the use of chat gpt. We already know this, so I will not go into the detail. Just a single slide for chat gpt. As well as we'll see the paperless icu. My icu, my both the icu, the Paro Sevashram hospital, which is a 1,000 bedded hospital with a medical college, also has a paperless icu. Press comma. And my own hospital, that is Secure ICU and Specialty Hospital, also has a paperless ICU. So we don't have patient's file. We have a tablet like this, and all the patient's data is on tablet. If everybody can see this, we can write on this. Can just press edit and write here whatever we want to write. The patient data here, you can see the investigation chart. So this goes on the cloud, and we can access it from wherever we want. Okay, so it is very, very easy and very, very cost effective to use. It is very, very cost effective to use because we are saving papers here. One paper costs 50 paisa to 75 paisa, and this technology is a one-time cost. Definitely, we have to pay for the software and the management of the MRD department is completely gone. So there is no storage of files, everything on the cloud, and at a fingerprint, we can at a fingertip, we can open the previous patient's record and see it. So this is what we are actually using right now. We hope in future the limitations of technology will be diminished. Like this person is saying that we cannot email you the pizza as an attachment, or a doctor cannot put the stethoscope on the computer and can see the patient's chest sounds or respiratory or heart sounds. So this limitation always going to be there in healthcare. Someone at some point of time has to be beside the patient. There is no option. And lastly, do you think the presentation is good? Do you just vote for it? This is the just the last thing. So the both the responses are affirmative. So it is yes, and the thing is no. I didn't like. I loved it. So it is again affirmative. This is just a joke. Just but if you have any serious negative comments, also it is welcome. And here we conclude the talk.
Thank you,
I
Udgit.
hope, in spite of some delay initially, we are able to complete on time. We have two videos to see. After the discussion, if somebody is interested, I can send it to you, or we can still play. It is 2 minute video, so I have skipped it.
I would suggest that you post that video if possible in our WhatsApp group of Saturday Club. So
Sure,
most
sure.
of the audience are part of the Saturday Club group. Anyway, it was wonderful. We liked it. We loved it. Every
Thank you,
way
sir.
you think. It was a wonderful talk, opening up our vision to what is going to happen in future or what is already happening nowadays in some of the setups. So thank you very much. You can stop the screen sharing so we can have some more comments or questions. The house is open for comments now or questions.
Satish Bhai, can I come in?
Yes, yes, please.
I think it was a very fascinating lecture and very nice way of presentation. Thank you, Dr. Thakkar.
Thank you, sir.
One or two things. One is the problem is how do you ensure this to be equitable? Because this comes with a tremendous cost. Or whatever you have shown today is going to come with a significant cost. And unless it is mass produced and standardized and certified as standardized, usage may lead to even complications. For example, in the first, the drone, supposing it malfunctions, then supposing it malfunctions, who is responsible? Is the drone manufacturer responsible, or is the healthcare provider responsible, or who is responsible? Sometimes it may lead to complacency. That drone chala gaya hai, hum log aaram se aayenge. So there are issues that also need to be looked at. The second point which I wanted to address also is, see, for getting, like you mentioned about blood sugars being collected across many centers and having good data. The data in our country is hardly uniform. Even in the US, there is no cross talk between the various healthcare systems. So collection and collation of data and using that data for actual clinical usage becomes a major challenge. So just you could address these two issues.
Yes. First of all, the drone thing. I already mentioned in the site that the bystanders are used as a paramedics with the help of the drone. So drone nikal chuka hai. That doesn't mean that the official healthcare responders or the 108 team or 911 team will take it as a ease. It will just to save that 5-6 minutes. By that time they are arriving. Okay. So they must not be informed that the drone is on the way. And it is an additional thing, sir. So whatever additional difference, whatever positive thing we are able to do with the drone, will initial phase will do the same only. But obviously in some instance, suppose in one case out of 100, if drone is not able to reach there or there is some problem, the paramedics has to be there. The patient will get a routine response rather than an drone enhanced response. And the responsibility, technology can always fail. Like I am taking the technological lectures in so many things. I am sitting in my hospital, which is a completely digital hospital with all the patient's data on the tablet. My laptop, I'm using it daily. And I was online since 7:30, but when I tried to connect, open Zoom, there was some problem with the internet connection and the meeting got delayed by 10 minutes. It was inevitable. So technology, these things can happen. We cannot give 100% responsibility to technology at any time. Some point at somewhere the humans are always responsible for the same. gimmicks and goops up do happen in technology. So we cannot be 100% sure, but this is about that. It is not about that one failure in which the drone won't reach on time and will lose 4 5 minutes. It is about that another 80 or 90 people in which drone reached, and we are able to restart the heart 5 minutes early, and we are able to give good quality of life to them or better healthcare to them. So we have to always think about the positive thing. When net banking came, everyone was saying that anyone can hack the website and they can take our money. Many people didn't use it, but now we are already using it with UPI from our phone, from our everywhere. We are using it now, and so it just takes some time. Just we need to break that barrier, and we have to use it positively. That is what the purpose of discussing it right now. That it is going to come in the future. Amazon and Zomato are planning their food delivery. I think saving a life is better and better thing to do with the drones. And sometimes they fail to deliver, here they fail to reach, but the paramedics will reach in time. They will come to know that the drone is not reaching, and they will activate a second drone, third drone. It's not possible that they send 10 drones and all 10 drones will not reach. So it is like regarding the cost, sir, if we think that technology is costly, not more costly than human life, sir. So human life is the most precious thing we have, and we have things um, like in emergency medicine. If we are treating it early, we know it early, we intervene early, and ultimately save money. So I think cost. See, the MACARD model is so successful, Ayushman card in our region, in our area, that I don't think that the cost will be the problem. I'll give my own example that we turned paperless in May 2023. Okay, almost 9 months are over. In that 9 months, we have saved lakhs of papers. All the data is now digital. We are not giving any order to the stationery to print treatment sheet, history sheet, investigation sheet, consent papers, nothing. So I have paid suppose 30,000 for one tablet, and I have six of them. In 5 or 6 years of time, I'm going to recover that cost because my stationery cost is cutting down. So these things are already, Google Glass is already available commercial basis. So healthcare point of view, sir, definitely it is a little bit costly, but not costly than human life. It is my the response. And the third thing was that data. So sir, the main purpose of giving biosensors and access to record the data on cloud base is to integrate it. That is the problem, that even the US, the different centers are not able to integrate it. If they are using the same biosensor, same type of biosensor for all the patients, it is a unified data. So they will have it, and that is the main purpose, that it will overcome this problem of unification of the standards in healthcare. Like my glucometer and your glucometer will be differ, but your Philips BioPatch and my Philips BioPatch is made by the same company, and it will talk to each other, and we'll have a data at a national level. 3 crore or 3 lakhs diabetics sharing their fasting blood glucose level on 10 units of human mixture taking daily in the morning. What is postprandial 2 hours reading in the same? I just search in the internet on the software, and I'll come to know. Obviously, if I have the access. So that is the main purpose of the thing.
Thank you,
Thank
Dr.
you.
That was a very passionate kind of interaction, and we can see the the passion that you have for the technology, and that's very encouraging. I mean, we and Jagdish are in a generation whereby we have been using technology better than our contemporaries. And Jagdish actually is a pediatrician from Bangalore, and he is very much
Okay.
driven by technology. We had a wonderful talk by him on artificial intelligence also. And he is a man who has studied ethics and all those things very well. He is often invited to talk about. So in any talk, he would always raise this issue about ethics and regulations and legal aspects of this any subject that we talk about. But I think your passion is very much reflected in the way you answer these queries. So thank you very much, Jagdish. Thank you very much for your participation. I think it's already 5 minutes past 9. If there is one or two questions we can take, otherwise we'll have to end the meeting. So if there are no questions or comments, I think we end the session here. And Dr. Udgit, you will be here more often, actually. No,
Thank you.
Udgit has already given me a list of very good topics which are of very common interest apart from technology. So it will be a pleasure to have you with us again sometime later in this meeting. So thank you all for joining.
So-
We meet next Saturday again. So thank you all.
Yes,
We
sir.
end the session here. Thank you all.
Sure, sir. Just if you can see the chat section, Dr. Hemant Dantani sir, Dr. Hemant San sir has given a very good overview of the whole presentation, that it is a mere instrument to deliver care. It is not the care itself. Care we have to provide, but it's an instrument to deliver care. So this is what concludes the whole thing.
Right. So thank you, Hemant, for that comment. Thank you all. So we end